Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anu. I'm a holistic mindset and life coach, and I'm here to remind you that you can be, do, and have anything that you want. I offer one-on-one coaching, I do individual calls, and I also offer a package of 28 days, which includes 2 calls per week and daily exercises for 28 days. You can find all the information about my coaching options in the description box below. Now, I used to be a person who believed in signs. I knew the meaning to all the repeating numbers and the colors, which animal when you see in your dreams, what does it mean? I would say my past self was so dependent on these validations, and I understand that it comes from a place of desperation. So there's no judgment around it. I've already made it easy and open for all of you by admitting I used to do it. If you have been on a spiritual path or on a manifestation journey, you might have noticed signs and synchronicities. What do I mean by that? Numbers repeating itself. Or you think of a person and you either hear from that person or you see that person's name randomly displayed on the street. I used to figure out what is the meaning of 111, 222, 1111, 1212, all of that. I got into tarot cards because of it. I got to a point where I used to even ask for signs from the universe. Can you give me a sign that I'm on the right path? Can you give me a sign that it's all okay? Ask for feathers or butterflies or whatever. And I've come to realize that we give meaning to these signs. So these signs are actually just there. It's a very simple rule that I have addressed in all my past videos, that everything exists here now. But when we go from the place of give me a sign, searching for a sign, looking for a sign, we are not creating it. We are not magically bringing something out of thin air. It has been existing all along. We are now just being aware of it. So signs actually mean nothing. But how we can still use the knowledge that we have about signs in our advantage. How to know that your desire is on its way or you're close to your manifestation. Today we're going to talk about that. In India, there used to be a very common superstition that if a black cat crosses your path, then it's a bad news. And we have people until now who, if at all, there's a black cat that crosses their path, they change the path and they'll do everything to avoid a black cat because it's an omen of bad luck. And I started playing with this idea years ago because in my locality, we did have a black cat. And I can tell you, whatever you resist, persist. The prime example of that being, I never liked cats. So I knew just because I don't like cat, that black cat would always come follow me or something, or cross my path. I did not have that knowledge back then that this is happening in my reality only because I have that resistance towards me not liking cats. So of course I'm attracting more of it because it's a reflection of my inner state. But something I did very automatically was I told myself every time this black cat is going to be around me, it's going to be a lucky day. So I switched the narrative. Instead of saying that the black cat is now an omen of bad luck and it's misfortunate or whatever, I would say, it's going to be a lucky day. If that black cat comes close to me, it's going to be a lucky day. If it crosses my path, even better. And it worked. Everything is leading you to your desire. Let's just talk about my subscribers. My first subscriber was me. And then I think it was one of my brothers, if I'm not mistaken. But if you think of it, now I have more than 150 or 160 subscribers, which I'm very grateful for. Talking about that, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. But my first subscriber itself was a sign of my 100 subscribers, or my 200 in the future, or my first 1,000 subscribers. Started with that one subscriber. When it comes to abundance, when it comes to, let's say, finances, right? With an empty bank account, if you are trying to manifest abundance, a lot of money, we tend to focus on what's missing. Let's, for the sake of this video, take an example that I want $100,000 in my account. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to manifest. the more I complain about where's the 100,000, where's the 100,000, I want the 100,000. Instead of that, when we say that you are already what you want to be, you have to realize the first penny that you have, the first dollar that you have itself is a sign of the 100,000 that you want. That is when you understand that everything is just same. What stops from that 100,000 to be shown in my bank account is my conditioning, is my mindset, is me looking for the validation and the proof externally and not shifting within. I am operating from a place of being a person who doesn't have the 100,000. I just have that $1. No, but that $1 itself is a proof of your 100,000. That's where you become extremely powerful because you're no longer attached to the outcome. You are no longer attached to the proof, the validation in your 3D reality. Giving an example of love, for instance, if you feel lonely, what makes you feel lonely? This side of the bed is empty. It's not a sign of my loneliness. It is the sign of the partner who exists, The partner is not going to take birth today when I try to manifest a person in my life. He's not being born now. He already is, but he's just not here. So instead of focusing on why that side of my bed is empty, that's a sign of loneliness. No, that's the sign of my partner existing. When you sit for dinner, just one plate, just me. Don't take it as a sign of loneliness. Again, you give meaning to everything. You give meaning to if the glass is half full or half empty. It's your mindset. And manifestation is nothing but mindset. It's shifting your awareness. It's shifting your awareness, embodying the person or the personality who has everything. And this is where I am so grateful. I came across this one wonderful man on Instagram or YouTube, I can't remember, and it was one of these short videos. And I hope I can track that person down, and perhaps I should manifest that and he will come up on my feed, and I am going to share the link to what he spoke in the description box below. Now, I mentioned Rumi quite a bit on my channel because I just love his work, but his original work is in Persian. And what I read for the longest time has been his translations of his work in English. And there's one phrase that stuck to me for the longest time, and I think it was one of the initial works from Rumi, where he said, "What you seek is seeking you." You might have heard that before. Whatever you seek is seeking you as well. So I could imagine it being, I don't know, two different objects, right? Abundance, good health, whatever. You can use it as an example. This is me, and I want good health, or I want this person, or I want this husband, or I want this child, or I want this family, this dog, cat, $5,000, whatever. And this is me. So I'm looking for this, and this is looking for me. So what I seek is seeking me. That was the translation that I believed in for the longest time, until I came across this wonderful man who said the real translation is not what you seek is seeking you, but you are what you seek. That was such a breakthrough for me, and it made absolute sense. Complete sense. What I seek, what I desire, what I want, what I'm manifesting is not looking for me. I am that. That is where you dissolve the illusion of separation. So for you to know you are what you seek, you are that good health, you are that 5,000 that you want, you are in that loving relationship already. Where does the fault lie? The fault lies in when we believe what we see from our eyeballs is the complete truth, is the complete reality. And because we cannot digest our reality, we chase after it. That's why we look for signs. I am so uncomfortable in my reality, in my waking life, then I need to figure out if I'm doing something wrong. Where's the sign? Give me a sign. Go to a tarot reader. Get a tarot reading done. Perhaps I'm going to make a separate video on my relationship to tarot cards. I did them quite often, and I did it for friends as well and clients as well. I always had people asking for signs, and I was, to be honest, already into manifestation. Through manifestation, I got more into the spiritual aspects and understanding consciousness. That was the end of the signs and the tarot and astrology and everything for me. That book was closed, but I was still trying to find a parallel between tarot cards or signs and manifestations. And I can tell you this: you are the sign. You already are what you desire. You are it. You are not creating something from scratch. Your desire already is, because you already are. It's a simple but profound truth. Everything exists here now because creation is finished. Creation is done. We just experience it based on which place are we operating from. Am I operating from the place of being a person who has only that $1 in my bank account? Or am I operating from knowing that I am the person who has what I desire? You see the difference? Looking for signs and synchronicities, it's giving away your power. And you will not even be aware of how quick that journey takes you down a rabbit hole where now you are inspecting and dissecting every little thing in your reality. And that is not peaceful. That is not calm, where you're just living your life irrespective of what happens. I know what I have. You see, that's the difference. That comes from a position of knowing utmost conviction and true faith in yourself. I know this is mine. I know I have it. I'm not going to strive for it. When you look for signs or proofs in your 3D reality, in your tangible reality, your waking life, you're basically chasing after a shadow. It's like a dog chasing its own tail. How far are you going to get with that? Rather, let the tail be, let the shadow be. You operate from the place of knowing I have what I desire. And why is that? Because I said so. In my reality, I am the only operating power. In my reality, I get to choose because I have been given my free will. So I get to choose what I want. And I'm not begging for it. I'm not chasing after it. I am just letting it come to me. I'm just letting it match the level where I am. Persistence, patience. We are so driven by all these constructs of time, space, distance, the reality that we experience, and we feel this is the whole truth. It's just a fragment of what actually reality is. We do not have the capacity, thankfully, to experience reality in the sense that it truly is. We have certain constructs. Of course, when people talk about instant manifestation, it happens all the time. Yes, you think of someone and someone calls you. I had that with my mother. Most of our initial conversation after picking up the phone was, I was just thinking of you. So yes, that is instant manifestation. Or you think of something, you randomly find it on the street or something. Yes, there's a lot of instant manifestation, but also the manifestations which you feel through your humanly perceptions that this is taking a while. The fault is not in the manifestation. The fault is there, the mindset or the awareness. That's all. And now I'm using the word fault very loosely. I'm not blaming anyone. Please don't get me wrong. But these are the hindrances where we need to focus more again back to ourselves and less on the proof and the evidence that we have outside of us. So when you look for signs of abundance, when you look for signs of love, you existing itself is a sign, of course, but in your daily waking life, when you go around, notice everything is abundance. Everything is love. Everything is a glimpse of what you put your awareness on, what you're consciously manifesting or desiring. Everything is a proof of that. The trees, the birds, the streams, the water, the sunlight, the hailstorm, the snow, everything is a sign of abundance. Everything is a sign of love. If at all you want to believe in sign, that's how you have to think of it. Everything is just neutral. I can just take this, for instance, and I can say, yes, this is a sign that my manifestation is on its way. This is a sign of utmost abundance. Or I can say this is a sign of lack. This is a sign of poor me, victim me. You give meaning to everything. So can you imagine once you shift your mindset and you make everything work in your favor, how magical life can be? How truly exponential that kind of life, that kind of experience where you don't budge no matter what happens, you know everything is working in my favor. If you still believe in sign, everything is a sign that I am already that. Not that it's on its way, it's going to come to me after 20 years. It's here right now. It's here. Everything is here right now. So you know the biggest sign is you. The biggest sign you would ever need is you. You existing itself is the sign, is the proof of your powers, is the proof of you being connected to that unlimited source, which goes beyond time, space, and everything tangible. You are that. So you are the one giving meaning to 111 or 222 or 1111 or this color or that color and this color butterfly and that color honeybee, whatever. You are giving meaning to everything because you are the only sign in your reality. Each and every one in our own reality, we are the only sign. Nothing external of us can prove to us that we are on the right path. We decide that. It is my choice, my conviction, my decision. That's how we should approach science, and that's the video for today. If you need any help with coaching, please check the description box below. You can find all my information there. And also, I am going to manifest finding the man who spoke so beautifully about Rumi, and I am going to put a link to his short video also in the description box below. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I would love to see you around. Thank you for your precious time, for being here, for supporting my channel. It means a lot to me. Please leave a comment or like the video so that it can reach out to other people. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you all next Friday. Bye.